Something serious is unfolding in the Eastern Mediterranean. And, a lot of people still haven't grasped just how significant it could become. Military forces are gathering across the region at a pace rarely seen outside of wartime. What began as a tense regional incident is now pulling in some of the most powerful naval and air forces in the world. Warships from across NATO are arriving one after another. American supercarriers, British destroyers, and French carrier strike groups are now joined by vessels from Italy, Spain, Greece, and the Netherlands. Fighter jets are being deployed to strategic islands while air defense systems and radar networks across the region move to their highest levels of readiness. This is not a routine military exercise. What appears to be forming in the Eastern Mediterranean is a growing security ring focused on one country, Iran. The situation escalated after ballistic missiles believed to be linked to Iran crossed Iraqi and Syrian airspace and entered Turkish airspace twice within just a few days. Turkey, one of NATO's most important members and home to the alliance's second-largest army, responded immediately. Fighter jets were deployed, air defenses activated, and military forces began repositioning. Soon after, European countries started sending some of their most advanced naval assets into the Mediterranean. Aircraft carriers, destroyers, and air defense frigates began forming one of the largest multinational naval presences the region has seen in years. This raises a crucial question. Is this simply a show of force designed to prevent escalation, or could it be the early stage of a larger geopolitical confrontation? The crisis began with two missile incidents that quickly raised alarms across NATO's southern flank. Ballistic missiles crossed Iraqi and Syrian airspace and entered Turkish airspace, with one reportedly heading toward the Turkish province of Hatay. Both missiles were intercepted by NATO air defense systems operating over the Eastern Mediterranean. Although the interceptions prevented damage, the strategic implications were significant. Turkey occupies a vital position between Europe, the Middle East, and the Black Sea, and any missile entering its airspace raises concerns about NATO's collective defense principle. Iran denied intentionally targeting Turkey, but after two incidents in quick succession, Ankara decided the situation could no longer be dismissed as a misunderstanding. Turkey's response was swift. 6 F-16 fighter jets were deployed to northern Cyprus to strengthen air patrols and respond quickly to possible threats. These aircraft help intercept hostile aircraft, detect drones, and provide rapid defensive coverage across the region. This move is particularly important because, Iran has increasingly relied on drones such as the Shahed 136. These drones fly slowly and at low altitudes, making them harder to detect with conventional radar systems. By maintaining constant patrols, Turkish fighter jets can detect and destroy such drones long before they reach strategic targets. Turkey also deployed advanced counter-drone systems around important infrastructure. Some of these systems fire specialized airburst ammunition that creates a cloud of metal fragments capable of destroying incoming drones within seconds. On the ground, Turkish forces reinforced their presence with armored vehicles and thousands of troops already stationed on Cyprus, strengthening defenses around key positions. While these actions strengthened defenses on land and in the air, an even larger response was unfolding at sea. NATO members began deploying powerful naval assets to the Eastern Mediterranean. The United States had already positioned 2 aircraft carriers in the broader Middle East region, each functioning as a floating airbase capable of launching dozens of aircraft and operating advanced missile defense systems. European allies quickly reinforced this presence. The United Kingdom deployed the air defense destroyer HMS Dragon, while preparations were announced for the aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales. France sent its aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle, along with a fleet of accompanying warships, creating one of the most powerful naval formations in Europe. Italy and Spain contributed additional frigates and destroyers, while the Netherlands deployed an advanced air defense command frigate. Within days, the Eastern Mediterranean had become a gathering point for a major multinational naval force. Much of this buildup is connected to a strategic choke point far beyond the Mediterranean, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway between Iran and Oman carries roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply. Millions of barrels of oil pass through it every day on their way to global markets. Iran has repeatedly threatened to block or mine the strait during periods of rising tension. Even a short disruption could trigger major consequences for the global economy. Because of this risk, many of the naval deployments now underway are intended to ensure that commercial shipping routes remain open and secure. The issue is not only regional security, but global economic stability. In a direct confrontation with NATO forces, Iran faces several limitations. Much of its conventional air force relies on aircraft designed during the Cold War, and its naval fleet is smaller than the combined fleets of NATO. However, Iran's military strategy focuses heavily on asymmetric tactics. Ballistic missiles, drones, naval mines, and fast attack boats allow Iran to challenge stronger forces without engaging in traditional large-scale battles. This strategy explains why the current crisis revolves around missiles, drones, and potential threats to shipping routes. Amid rising tensions, Turkey is also positioning itself as a possible diplomatic bridge. While strengthening its defenses, Ankara has kept communication channels open with Iran. Turkey has previously acted as a mediator in difficult international disputes, and its geographic location gives it influence across both Europe and the Middle East. This balance between military deterrence and diplomatic engagement has become a key element of Turkey's regional strategy. For historians and geopolitical observers, developments like this definitely deserve close attention. Large multinational military deployments rarely occur without deeper strategic calculations. What is unfolding in the Eastern Mediterranean is not simply a response to a single missile incident. It reflects broader shifts in power across the Middle East, where energy routes, regional influence, and international alliances all intersect. The Eastern Mediterranean has long been a crossroads of trade routes, empires, and military rivalry. Today it remains one of the most strategically sensitive regions in the world. When aircraft carriers, destroyers, fighter jets, and missile defenses begin gathering in the same waters, history shows that the stakes are rarely small. The coming weeks will likely determine whether this buildup becomes a turning point for diplomacy or the beginning of a deeper confrontation. For now, the Eastern Mediterranean has become a geopolitical chessboard where every move could shape global security and energy markets. If you enjoy deep geopolitical and historical analysis like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and share the video with others who follow global events. Your support helps bring more detailed documentaries and breakdowns of the most important developments shaping our world today.